Hello and welcome to another video of Travel Coffee Cup. Today, as you can probably tell by the sign, we're at the Manchester Aviation Viewing Park. I've not been here since I was 29, which was 4 weeks ago. I was going to say a year ago, but that wouldn't make sense, would it? Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. We have got a lot of nice planes to have a look at, and I think we're going to see a couple of A350s, definitely the A380, a Dreamliner or two, and some A330s. So I think we're going to have a really action-packed day. And if you can't tell by the sign, it is really windy. But hey, we shall overcome. We will get this video done, and I hope you all enjoy it. Up there to get some action before some of the heavy hitters turn up. Let's go. Well, there's a windows every day. Propeller private jet. Makes the runway look huge. Throttle bank in the background there. Don't think he needed much in the way of run up there, did he? And he is airborne into the murky skies above Manchester Airport. Oh, we've got a Ryanair, but beating it we've got Freebird, who are Turkish, as you can see with the registration on the back of it. Pretty nice livery that, I've got to say. Over 2 months till I get on a couple of them and go around Europe, but I still don't know where I'm going. But I'll be keeping you across it on my Instagram and then releasing the video when I get back, so that's going to be fun. I think TAP is just coming over there as well. Yep, it's a TAP. And it's an Embraer as well. And if we look over here, the Boeing 777 Emirates is in. So we're going to get a 777 Emirates and hopefully an A380. Now I've heard today that a plane that doesn't normally land here is going to land here today. It's going to be one of the belugas, not the big one, one of the small ones. If that's the case, we're staying for it. I've checked flight radar, it's not on there. So every time it does land, I'll hopefully find out before I leave. What's this? I decided to leave because it gets too windy and it turns up. But look, it's a Wednesday. Not even 10 o'clock yet and it's really quiet. Very windy though, I do apologise for the wind, but I can't do much about that. TAP in the background. The YouTube channel that I do watch are here today, but they're on that side, so oh well. They are taking off from that side over there. My finger was huge then, sorry. Taking off from over there today because of the wind. Look at the sock. So the wind is coming from the direction of where they normally land and take off from. So it's giving them a bit of extra lift. That's the rain. I've not seen Freebird yet. You just see a plane's just landed behind it as well. Oh, we've got Air France. Let's watch this Ryanair take off, shall we? That's a long run up and take off. So as the Freebird gets ready to take off, and in fact it's on its takeoff roll right now, look what's decided to make an appearance. Etihad in its normal livery. Not seen a special one in a while. Well, Freebird is officially free, it's out of here, so there we go. The only flight of the day. Weird. Emirates now have 3 flights, Qatar have about 2 or 3, Etihad just have 1. I normally miss it, so it was quite quick today, obviously. So I've just on my face left for 30 seconds, my camera decides to flip round. As you can probably tell, a few parts under a bit of renovation right now. It's been dug up. They're putting Wi-Fi in? Who knows? There's the Air France and the tap. So it's a big bird leave. I hope this window is down because I do listen to the audio back before I do release it, so I hope it is okay. And following the Etihad we have a TUI Dreamliner. Dreamliner looks better in TUI or Etihad. Personally, I prefer Etihad, but then again, that's all we see Etihad fly into Manchester these days. It's normally just a Dreamliner. So there's one Dreamliner taxis to take off. The other one awaiting clearance. Just look behind me now, the tap and Air France have cleared the runway. Brussels has just arrived in a standard livery. Here comes the Etihad, just as one of the old guard of Jet 2 is about to go past. Leaving it late and she's gone. One of the oldest planes at Manchester Airport, that. There's not many of them left. I know there's one in that livery and I think there's 2 in the other one. Wonder how many we'll get to see, and I've just looked. And look what's just pushed back. The Emirates. I think that's leaving on time. I think. I'll double check. When it comes to European carriers that aren't British, that carrier right there is probably my favourite. And I get to ride on Lufthansa. They are the only ones that currently fly both the 747 and the A380, and I think they've got an A340 as well. They've got the last of the big beasts. Oh, 2 Dreamliners on its way out. That's a long run up, and she's airborne. I think we can count them as one carrier I probably will not be getting on in January on my £200 challenge. I have to say though, I am getting used to that new livery now, slowly. Because I don't see many of the old one anymore. I was in Stockport the other day and there was a retro one came in and I was just like, why did I not turn up now? And on my last day in here, Iceland Air flew one of their specials in as well. I was like, this is typical, innit? A day that I can't come to the viewing park, you send your specials in. Typical. Check how small this plane is. That 777 is going to dwarf that thing. Speaking of which, here she comes. I think we'll wait for it to clear the private terminal to get a better view of it. M King. Let's find out who that belongs to. Oh, 7-3, I think. Is it a 7-3? Yep, it's a 7-3. Just appeared out of nowhere, that one. When it comes to Jet 2, which livery do you prefer? Do you prefer that one or the silver and red one? Personally, I'm a silver and red fan, but that's just the way it is. But here comes Emirates' only Boeing flight into Manchester. And soon to be replaced at the start of November with an A380. So imagine 3 of A380s a day. That's going to be crazy. And Emirates never leave without a passenger. They actually wait for all their passengers to get through security, which is just mad. I mean, that as a business model in itself is a bit weird. They must lose hundreds of pounds. That's an ER as well. It is extra range. Seven fives up. We won't get many pictures of one of these anymore. I mean, I don't know how many more times I'll be seeing it before it changes to an A380, but it's nice to see a 777 Emirates. Seeing one of those, because I see the A380 in Emirates colour scheme all the time, it's like, show me something different. So Emirates said, listen, but only for a month. I know the Abu Dhabi to, also Dubai to Manchester and vice versa is busy, I get it, but you already did 2 A380s, why do you need a third? I mean, it's nice to see 3, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's lovely to see 3 of them, but I don't know, it's just something, seeing a different plane flying a route is just something that's nice. I just don't see it that often. Take full advantage of it when it does turn up. I just can't get over how quiet it is. I mean, I know there's school kids here because I saw the bus turn up. In fact, you can still see the bus if I turn around. It's somewhere over here. It's hiding. Oh, 7-3's on its way out. the Emirates is somewhere behind that tree. That's how bit of the wind is and how heavy it's blowing. It's destroyed half the bombs. The flags are going mad. But Concorde is still safe. You can just see its nose pointing out and looking out across the runway. That magnificent plane behind me. The plane that had its engines previous to the Concorde, the Vulcan. One of them is at Sheffield Doncaster Airport, which is now officially going to close. Which begs the question, where's the Vulcan going to go? Could it go here? Could it go over there? It's one that I'd love to know where it's going to go and how it's going to get there, because if it's flying, I might take a trip to Doncaster Sheffield Airport. You're not going to see a Vulcan fly that often. In fact, it'll probably be the last fly you ever see of a Vulcan, because none of them are airworthy anymore. It'd be great for Manchester to have one, but we do have one out near Manchester, just over there at Woodford. So I don't think Manchester will get one. Barton, I don't think has the space because it's just got a 747 top deck. So where's it going to go? I guess we'll find out when we find out. But seeing one of those next to a Vulcan would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Single runway ops are back. We've got a KLM. What a beautiful touchdown that was. If you're on like that, we're going to get some great landings. This is brilliant. And we've got an air tanker. I don't know when they're going back to air tanker to be used by the Royal Air Force, but until then, it's still its Jet 2 colour scheme. And breaking cover just behind the trees is the 777 extra range Emirates to Dubai. So now I know what it was waiting for. That KLM was, I mean, it was a bit of a smoky landing, but still, it kissed the tarmac. The only times we'll get to see at Manchester Airport, a 777 Emirates ER on its way back to Dubai. A two-engine Emirates plane. And she's away. And there's a... wow! That touchdown was better than KLM, it was Ryanair! Whoever that pilot is, sign him up, because that was a textbook landing. Normally Ryanair's take the mick out for its bumpy landings. That pilot kissed that runway, that was perfect. Oh, we've got someone sneaking around the corner. It's a 2E. Oh, so that's 7.3. It is. Wow, unless I spotted 2E 7.3. I think that's a max. When it's gone, I'll put that registration into Flight Radar and I'll put up what it actually is, but I think that is a max. Very rare spot that, 737 Max 2E. I do apologise, there is quite a lot of wind interference in this video, I sincerely apologise for that. It was due to rain today, hence why I've got my coat on. Shall we watch an air tanker leave? might check. Go and take the break in traffic to warm up a bit, because I am freezing cold. I think it was left to go. Well, Virgin's obviously, if there's a cafe in, that's due to go. Singapore, Virgin, Aer Lingus. So yeah, I think we're going to have a really fun day here today, but let's go warm up first, shall we? I can't think of a better place to warm up than in that hangar just there, with a certain supersonic airliner in it. No matter how many times I come here, no matter how many times I see Concorde, it's still breathtaking to look at. I mean, I know there's an airliner trying to make one now. I think, is it Boom? Yeah, Boom's not really going to go boom anytime soon because Rolls-Royce have pulled the engines. So at the minute that's going super slow, not supersonic. I think, is it United Airlines have put an order in for them. Is it built yet, United? No. So what you put an order in for it then? You know what I mean? But no matter, even if it does eventually take off and get off the ground and it's a roaring success, it's not Concorde, is it? He's a bit like Buzz Aldrin. Not as famous as Neil Armstrong, is he? Still went on the moon, just wasn't the first one to do it. So the Americans are going to be the Buzz Aldrin of supersonic air travel. Don't tell them that, they might get angry. There she is. The Neil Armstrong of supersonic air travel. Built by the English and the French. And doesn't she look beautiful? I've seen that nose droop in this very hangar. No, there's no lights flashing today, so we're all good. It's not spooky in here today. Do you want to see into Concorde? Check this out. So I think somewhere along here is the wheel well. Well, no, I'm lying. It's there. Come on, Paul, look right in front of your nose, mate. There's a wheel. I can tell it's really windy because I can actually hear the top of this roof actually moving. But doesn't she just look gorgeous? And I know I've seen it several times, but I'd never spotted those before. Like fins, don't they? Cutting through the air. In this current day and age, with prices of petrol, oil, everything else going up, can you imagine how much it would cost to fly on this now? But honestly, go in there, pay I think it's 10 quid, and you can go on that, up those stairs and into that plane. Now here's some, as Manchester Airport put it, supersonic facts about Concorde. 2 hours, 52 minutes, 59 seconds. Mach 2. Wow. I like what they did here though, because like they put a cafe right next door. So when it's cold, like today, you can have a cup of coffee or tea or hot chocolate. And you can also watch a Norwegian taxi past. Wireless internet on board. Isn't that nice? I'll have to Google him when I got home because I've got no idea who he is. Famous apparently because he's on the back of a plane. Norwegian. I don't know what it's about. They make some really nice. I like their plane. Red at the front, white at the back. A bit like is it Edelweiss, the Swiss one that's a subsidiary of Swiss, and they're a subsidiary of Lufthansa. So they're a subsidiary of a subsidiary. Anyway, let's go back outside. Even though it is October and it's cold, there's still airliners outside. As it's a bit quiet, should we go and have a look inside the Avro RJX? Why not? Just got a Ryanair taxi for takeoff behind me. An EasyJet that's just landed. Look how close you get. This is why I believe this is the best view back in the country. I don't know what I've been to, so I would say that. If you've watched any of my previous Manchester Airport videos, and I have done quite a few, or if this is the first time you're watching it, this plane was built, and I'm not making this up, about 5 miles that way, in a little town or village called Woodford. Now, Woodford's, it's not really built that much. I mean, apart from the Vulcan and the Lancaster and this, it was Cheshire's answer to the Skunk Works. However, this was the very last plane built at Woodford. They lost the contract, Woodford closed, Redrow bought most of the land, built loads of houses, and now the only thing that tells you it used to be a airbase is the Heritage Centre, which we've been to, and I'll put a link to that in the description down below. But this is like a mini A340, single deck, 4 engines, and it looks like this. It's beautiful. And if you want a bit more information about it, look at this board. On 28th of November 2001, the programme officially ended. And the plane was flown from Woodford over there to here and put there. I mean, Woodford now has one of the Vulcans it built as its gate guardian. Still there. I need to go back and see it at some point. There's a Loganair taking off there. Let's go inside it, shall we? There we go. So, pilot, co-pilot, 4 thrusters. You can't go in there because it is locked. Water ballast tank. So basically it was used to test how heavy or light it would be during any particular flight. Now last time I was here, that door was open and you could walk all the way down there and out the other end. Not today. I'm just having a look at what it's saying here. No longer viable by British Aerospace after the attacks of the World Trade Center in 2001. and the last airliner ever built in Britain. 26th of November 2003. Wow. And this is the prototype. 14 aircraft were ordered by 3 airliners. It doesn't say who it is on there though, which is a shame. I just wonder who it would have been. Like, British Airways, maybe, for their hopper flights? I don't know. BMI Baby? Wow, I'm going back in time. Flybe? Maybe? I don't know. The one thing I do know is there probably won't be another airliner built in Britain again. But you know the Thomas Cook hangar, the one that's on the other side of the apron from the terminal? I'll put a picture in now. Well, that's just been bought by a company that's going to do passenger to freight conversions of Boeing 777s and 787s. I think that's what they were. Can't wait to see what liveries turn up then. That's going to be quite special, isn't it? So Manchester's coming back. We're building things. Well, we're not building it. Well, are we building it, or just no? We're repurposing it. We're not building it, which is nice to see. You know, Manchester Airport is now being used for something other than passenger travel. And it's just nice to see that the Aviation Society at Manchester Airport take care of this, Concorde, the Nimrod, and the Trijet. And it's all on volunteers' time, donations. So when you come in by car and you pay whatever you pay to drive, I don't drive yet, so I couldn't tell you what the price is. That money's actually going towards keeping these open, keeping these for future generations to come and have a look at. And it's well worth a trip down. Even on a cold, windy day like this, I'm still having fun. Yes, it's a bit cold and the weather's changing slightly. Ow! The weather's changing slightly. My boat claiming. I'm joking. But yeah, well worth a trip down. So I think we better get out there now and see some more planes take off and land. Because I don't know about you, but that's what we came here for. Now let's see a plane fly into thin air. Well, he's officially finished his takeoff roll and he's out of here. It's like a change in season. One end you've got maybe the end of summer and the beginning of autumn. At the other end of the runway you've got winter. And I'm just perfectly in the middle. And I think can we zoom in? Can we see it today? Yes, we can. There she is. The big dish. And Jodrell Bank is looking at something today, something over my head. Who knows what it is looking at, but looking at something interesting. Because normally, as I've said in previous videos, when Jodrell Bank is like not being used, they put the dish straight up, almost like we're not looking at anything, we're just relaxing. Speaking of space, Ryanair just comes into land and bullers are landing. Cape Canaveral, Cape Kennedy, Kennedy Space Centre is officially booked. So that is going to be on this channel as well. We've got to go to Jodrell Bank before we go though, aren't we? You know, to show you the difference between a British space centre and an American one. Admittedly, the American one's got a space shuttle in it, so it kind of makes it a bit better. But That's for December, not now, so I think we'll have a look to see when a A350 is taking off. So a minute right now is just pulling off the runway. And there's something coming around that corner. Second it. There she is. Singapore Airlines A350 to Houston, Texas. Doesn't she look beautiful? I just love the. I think I just love it because of the like the ninja style window. What a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. So there's one of them on rollout. Virgin shouldn't be too far behind it. Both of them takeoff is going to be pretty spectacular as well. I know there is a Qatar due in as well, so we'll stay for that at Emirates. Oh, it's just about. It's struck the runway from its takeoff roll. So now, just trying to land behind, probably as soon as this takes off, it'll land, is the Air Transat A330 from Toronto. Shoulder to see if the Air Transat's coming yet. I can't see it. But that was a textbook takeoff. There's the Aer Lingus prop. That's Dublin. I think I need to go on this to feel the difference between a propeller plane and a jet plane. Another different name, like Emerald Air or something like that. Air Lingus UK. Speak of the devil. Air Transat A330. Could it be a rhino landing or a textbook landing? That was textbook. Like it just looked like it floated in it, like the wind just carried it around to the runway. Textbook landing. So that's going to pull onto Terminal 1 and then come out again and go back to Toronto. I think it's the only transatlantic flight that leaves T1. In fact, it is the only transatlantic flight that leaves T1. So there we go, a bit of useless knowledge for you that all the others leave from T2. I should know that because that's where I'm going from in 6 weeks. Wow. 6 weeks time, look at my hair. That's a mess. 6 weeks time, Virgin A330. Speaking of the A330, Virgin recently got a new one and that's currently at Heathrow. I don't know whether it's entering commercial service yet or not. One thing I do know is I'm going to be at Heathrow in January, so if it's out by then, we might see it. But there is something coming around past the Privair. It's a A330. So I think it's either the replacement for this or this specification of aircraft. But it was an A330 Neo, not just a standard A330 that Virgin got. So as one A330 arrives, one leaves. light just works for you, and that is beautiful. Right now, coming in. Oh, sign that pilot up. That was a perfect landing again. I would love to do a foreign airport vlog. Definitely something we need to do next year, I think. Foreign airport. I'd love to do Atlanta, but that would cost a fortune to get there, and I don't really have the money to afford an Atlanta trip. But when we get down to London to start my £200 challenge, I've had an idea. What's faster from Manchester to London? The plane or a train? Now you're probably going to look at me and go, Paul, duh, it's the plane. Well, is it? Because if you're going from a point in Manchester to a point in London, what is actually quicker? I thought, well, let's make it interesting. Let's go from the front of Manchester Town Hall, not the cathedral, and then get the the plane down to Heathrow from here. KLM, we saw him coming before. And then get the tube to Westminster. Then do my £200 challenge, and then on the way back start at Big Ben again, get the tube to Euston, then the train to Manchester, then the metro to St. Peter's Square, and stop the clock in front of the town hall. I would really love to see how close it actually is. But if you're going from like airport to airport, train station, plane wins. But from a point to a point, I don't actually know. I went on to the flight prices. Jeez, they were cheap. So I think that's going to happen in January as well. So the way we're going to do it, or those selected videos anyway, is I'll probably put the challenge out first, the train versus plane, even though we're wearing clothes, and then the £200 challenge I go up to just show you where you can get to in the world. Well, in Europe, or well, we're hoping Europe. For 200 quid. I genuinely have no idea. And I don't want. I'm a bit nervous, but I really cannot wait to find out. I think it's going to be spectacular. What's better than one A350, right? Well, two A350s. What's better than two A350s? Three A350s. Now, on a very rare occasion at Manchester Airport, you see two A350s in the same colour scheme. Normally, it's Virgin that do it. I have seen a picture where there's like been 3 Cathay A350s here once. That was a bit of a special one. But on a very, very rare occasion, you get to see 2 Singapore A350s. And well, today is one of those rare days, because coming round the private viewing, well, private terminal, Manchester Airport, right now, is the second of 2 Singapore A350s. In fact, you can just see its wingtip now. Doesn't she look beautiful? Way back to Singapore. takeoff means. I'm sorry about my hair. There's one A350 left, I think. So I don't think Cathay's taking off today. We've got a Virgin A350 left. We're going to see that take off. The Emirates land. Qatar lands about half an hour after it, and then I think we'll call it a day. So it's getting a bit cold now, and we're certainly in autumn. There's a Pegasus just behind me there that's just landed. Might get on them, but as far as I'm aware, we're not going to Turkey in the £200 challenge, so probably not going to get on Pegasus. Manchester Airport's suddenly gone quiet again. Until another A350 rounds that corner. Planes leave late, but this takes some beating. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 hours later than build. The Bahrainian carrier Gulf Air. I know it's Bahrainian because there's the Bahrain Corp on the back. Three hours late. If I find out the reason why, I'll put it in now. I'd love to find out the reason why, because that should have left around 9 o'clock this morning, and it's nearly lunchtime, and it's still not left yet. That takes some doing. Lovely livery though, I've got to say. I do love Gulf Air's livery. First out the blocks, Turkish Airlines A330. She's fully laden because that's a late takeoff. Can you see a curved wingtip? Could it be the Virgin A350? Will it be the Virgin A350? Someone at Manchester Airport, please put permission in to bulldoze that Premier place out of the way because it ruins the shot. It is, you know. She's late leaving, but there she is. Virgin Atlantic A350. Lovely to see her today. And the sun's come out for her departure as well. That's a beautiful thing. And coming in now, as one Turkish was leaving, another Turkish Airlines. That's not an A330, that's a bit smaller, but it's like clockwork, one arrives, one leaves. For him, and finally he's on short final. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the king of the skies, the Airbus A380 from Dubai, 45 minutes later than build. The wind's knocking her about. Emirates is in. We've got one more to wait for. The Qatar Airways plane. I'm not too sure which one it is today, like what type of plane it is. I don't want to say it's a 777 if it's not, so wait for that to come in and then we'll call the video there, I think. The sun's coming out, but it's still cold. But I've thoroughly enjoyed myself today so far, so hopefully. And what makes it even better is the Qatar has got, well, it's got World Cup. Well, it's not the purple one, and it's not the multicoloured one. It's just got FIFA World Cup Qatar on it. So we'll see that arrive, and yeah, that'll be a great end to the video. But that A380 landing, that was beautiful. It was a bit rickety at the start. I thought, was he going to be able to land it, or was it going to be a missed approach? But he got it down. So Qatar left. Just got to wait half an hour. But for you, it's going to be literally 30 seconds. Yeah. Boeing 777 Qatar should be appearing by the side of that tree any second now. It's a way to end the video. I can't think of which way is better. We've seen Emirates, we've seen Etihad, we've seen Gulf, we've not seen Cathay, we've not seen Saudi. Here she comes now. Boeing 777 Qatar. Was a textbook landing. What a way to finish the plane action here at Manchester Airport. Well, I've just had to listen to that Qatar Peter film that you've just seen back. I do apologise. It sounds like I've got a tape recorder like rewinding next to you. I haven't, it was the wind. It honestly just picked up as soon as that plane turned up. I don't know why. So I thought I'd come inside here and finish the video underneath the British and French missile that was Concorde. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to never miss a video. And me and the Coffee Cup will see you in the next one, which may be train sim videos. They're making a comeback, and mince pie videos as well before we go to Florida. But I'll see you soon.